Aloha Cancer, and welcome to your tarot reading for the month of June 2026. We're going to dive right in, but before we do, if you would like to get a personal tarot reading with me, you can go to themagicsiren.com. We have a fresh promo code for the month, which is down below. We're also on Patreon if you want to go ahead and check us out over there. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into your reading for the month of June 2026. We're going to start with the overall vibe or theme for the month. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. We'll shuffle to see how we can overcome those things, and then we'll get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit might have for you for the month. We are going to start with a love oracle and a general oracle to kick off the overall vibe for the month. So let's go ahead with our love oracles and see what's coming in terms of love, emotions, and connections for you Cancers this month, June 2026. Now, your season will be starting the second half of June, around June 20th or the 21st. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to come in for all of you, but let's go ahead and shuffle. So we're asking Universe and Spirit, what's coming in terms of love, connections, and emotions for Cancer this month, June 2026. We have you deserve love, you are lovable. This is that card of remembering that you are worthy of love, reciprocated energy, happiness, joy. Sometimes this card comes out as that reminder if we do have things in our life that we're holding space for that maybe are not fulfilling our cups and they're draining us more than fulfilling us. So just make sure that you're taking a mental note of that. But this is that card telling you that you deserve love. If you have something in your life that you are really pouring a lot into and you're not getting that in return, this is a good time to take a look at it. Just say, okay, I'm making a note that I am pouring more into this relationship than what I'm getting out of it. Maybe by the end of the month, if it hasn't balanced itself out, I can gracefully walk away from that. Or maybe this is a moment for you to be able to say, I know I deserve love. I'm going to go out and say that today. I'm going to let this person know I deserve love. I deserve reciprocated energy. And if you're not going to give it to me, I'll find it somewhere else because I know that I deserve it. So this is that card of self-worth and just remembering your self-worth this month. I want to go ahead and get a general oracle to kind of see what could be added to the theme for the month. We have counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Now, for some of you, maybe you are being called into potentially talking with someone, whether it is a licensed counselor, a therapist, a therapist, a mentor, something of that nature, or even just a good friend. And maybe this does have to do with remembering that self-worth or just remembering that you are worthy of love. For those of you that might be going through some sort of separation or space this month because you are deciding that you are worthy of love and maybe you're not getting it where you are, this is a really good month for you to also lean in on that support system or that support team that you have for you. On the flip side, some of you are also being called into being the counselor, being that person that is there for your friends, your family, your loved ones. Some of you might also be trying to consider some sort of career shift or a career change, and counseling in some way, shape, or form might really be beneficial for you. You're really good at it. I think all Cancers that I know are actually pretty good at holding space for their friends and their loved ones. And so that does not surprise me seeing this card come out for you because I think you're naturally the person that is there to listen to people's issues and problems and just kind of hold space for them. So there's definitely some good energy here. I'm going to say overall with those two cards so far, there is this energy of healing this month. So for those of you that are on your sort of healing journey or a path of healing, I think there's a lot of self-worthiness that's really being built up this month as you heal from things of maybe the first half of 2026. Let's go ahead and see what tarot has to add to the overall theme and vibe for the month. That came flying off. It actually flew off the table. Let's go ahead and see what we have. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reversal, finding stability after a moment of potential emotional difficulty. Okay, I did feel that energy of emotional healing, and so I think maybe for some of you, you've been on this little path for a while now, and now it's all about finding our stability and our footing after. The Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Earth energy, which is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Some of you might have Earth in your chart somewhere, so I would definitely go and make sure you watch that zodiac reading as well. But also too, Earth energy does represent stability. It represents success, longevity, the things that we have in this sort of material life. So for some of you, there could have been potentially a move and now you're moving into a new home. Maybe there is a career change that's happening, or there's just something here that has shifted in your life and we're finally allowing the dust to settle. The Queen of Pentacles is also the mother in the tarot deck. She knows that all the seeds that she plants in her life, if she mothers them in this energy of nurturing, right? Nurturing those seeds, making sure they're getting fertilizer and sun and water and the care and love that it needs, it will grow. And so when we see this in the reversal, sometimes there's that energy of making sure that you're nurturing yourself. And this also makes sense with that You Deserve Love card and the counseling card. I think this month is all about self-love and self-care for you, Cancer. Let's go ahead and see potential obstacle or challenge, okay? Potential obstacle or challenge. I've been tripping over my words all day already. Maybe I need to do some throat chakra cleansing, and maybe you feel the same way, or just all water signs. I've only done the water sign videos today, and I've been tripping over my words, so maybe it's a collective thing for all the water signs this month of just trying to find our words. You might be speechless at some of the things that you're going through. But let's go ahead and see what do we have for potential obstacle or challenge. Three of Swords. This is exactly what I was feeling. I just didn't want to say Three of Swords and jinx it, okay? The Three of Swords can feel like emotional difficulties. Sometimes this can, feel like a heartbreak, or the ending of something that's just kind of sad that it's coming to an end. The Three of Swords, like I said, it's not necessarily a nice card in a way of, oh, things are joyous and happy. No, this is emotional healing. It is emotionally difficult. And more than likely, there is something here in your life that you will be walking away from in June that you're just realizing has never really reciprocated the love. Hasn't reciprocated the energy. For some of you, you've already gone through this situation, this moment, like the pinnacle of the Three of Swords, and maybe that's where we're also getting that energy of that Queen of Pentacles, allowing the dust to settle after the fact. I think for some of you, it's just finding your stability this month after having a moment where your feelings got hurt. The Three of Swords is just that. Your feelings were hurt in the recent past, or it might happen this month in June, so just keep an eye out. But I think there is this sort of underlining, sort of silver lining of you do deserve love. And whatever this was, that wasn't love. That wasn't love. The way that it was the way that it was delivered to you, the energies around the entire situation, how things unfolded and how things ended, that wasn't necessarily love. And I don't think that you would have showed up in that space either. And maybe it will be beneficial for you this month to talk to somebody. Again, whether it's just a trusted spiritual mentor, whether it is an actual counselor, somebody that is maybe certified in grief and loss. There's just that energy here of being able to get it off your chest, have someone hold space for you, and just know that you are worthy of love. I think this is the biggest message for you this month, is just knowing that you deserve love. You deserve love. And whatever this was that hurt your feelings, whatever that emotionally difficult situation was, you didn't deserve to go through that. And it's not your fault. I think that's also very important to know. Let me go ahead and see how we're overcoming this challenge or obstacle. We do have the Page of Swords coming out in the upright. I think talking about it is going to help you overcome it. Not holding it in. Sometimes as a water sign, it can be really easy to hold our emotions in because we feel like we have so many emotions. Water energy is so emotional. It's all about relationships and connections and the way that we feel about things and just our emotions as a whole. And so sometimes when we have a lot of emotions, especially when we're going through something that might be, emotionally difficult to process and go through, we might feel like a burden talking about it, or we might not know how to talk about it, or maybe we feel like the people around us are tired of hearing about it. But I think talking about it and allowing yourself to explore those feelings and speak it out loud and have it really sent out into your universe will be healing. This is how we're going to overcome the heartbreak, how we're going to overcome the emotional difficulty, and how we really allow ourselves to get into that next level of emotional healing on this path and on this journey is through talking about it, exploring our feelings and our thoughts about it. The Page of Swords is very much curiosity of how we think about things and how we communicate things. And don't be afraid to say what you need to say. I think sometimes too what happens is, especially with Cancer energy, I think a lot of you Cancers, you just want to take the high road, so you won't say it. But maybe you do need to say it. Maybe you do need to get that final thing off your chest and say, you know what, that was not cool. I didn't deserve to be talked to that way. I didn't deserve for the love to be reciprocated that way. And I really was there for you. Now, because the way that you acted and the way that you treated me and the way that you approached the situation, now I have so many things in my life that I have to rearrange. I have to refine my stability because I put a lot of energy, trust, and time into you, and you didn't care. And allow yourself to say that. because you do deserve to not only have love, but to get it off your chest. You shouldn't have to carry that energy with you. And if you don't have contact with that person, then again, talking to a friend, a family member, a counselor, a mentor might also give you that space to get it off your chest as well. I want to go ahead and get any extra messages from Universe and Spirit this month. I think this month is the beginning of a really major healing journey in your life in this year of 2026. And even though right now it might feel a little bit shaky, because again, we have that Queen of Pentacles in reversal, allowing the dust to settle after the fact. Yeah, there's a lot of unknown there. But I think it's all you're gonna be able to come back around and look at this and see that everything happened for a reason. Remember that hindsight is always 20/20, even during those moments where the emotions are raw and fresh. We have the 10 of Wands. So we are ending this season. We're getting ready to go into a new season. You know, I want to say this. Your season officially starts in the middle, back end of June. So allow yourself from now until then to just be compassionate with yourself, allow the dust to settle, talk through your feelings and your emotions, so that way by the time June 21st comes and we officially start summer, you're ready to put this burden down and continue moving on with your life, okay? The 10 of Wands does represent carrying the heaviness from this situation, from this season, but we are going into a new season. It's going from one season to another, and that's where you are right now, Cancer. So remember that. Remember that hindsight is 20/20. You'll be able to kind of put these burdens down over the next 2 weeks. Allow yourself to think through it, feel through it, talk about it. Don't be afraid to get it off your chest. Yes, I know that it's frustrating and it's emotionally difficult to process. But at the end of the day, you will find your stability again. You will find your footing again. Things will start to look up for you. And I think hindsight is always 20/20. If you're dealing with grief or loss in a sense where you're like, there's no hindsight in that, just know that this is a healing process and a healing journey. And you are allowed to take your time with that. You deserve love. You are worthy of reciprocated energy. And as time goes on, things will feel lighter. Overall, I think this is an empowering reading for you for this month, okay? If you're still watching, Cancer, and you haven't liked this video, maybe consider liking the video. Consider subscribing to the channel. We have new friends joining us every day. So join the Ohana. Everyone is welcome here. And like I mentioned earlier, I am available for personal readings at themagicsiren.com. We have a fresh promo code for the month. We're on Patreon. And we have a weekly podcast called The Siren Circle. It drops every Sunday. All that information is down in the description box below. I'm going to let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful month of June, and I will see you again next week. Aloha.